All right. Hi, Daniel. I thought I had recorded a video lesson for this one, but apparently I hadn't. So I'll record one just for you. So this lesson, we were looking at the preamble of the Constitution. The preamble was the introduction of the Constitution. It just let everybody know this is what is going to be in our Constitution. Okay. Think of it like an introduction in a paper. So the way you're going to do this is you have to go here and you're going to open the slideshow, and you can see it right here. And you're going to translate this. So this is the whole preamble. It says, we the people, and you've probably heard this before, but it says, we the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution of the United States. So, again, just a very quick introduction about this is what our Constitution is going to be about. And if you saw when I was reading it, you probably were like, what the heck is domestic tranquility and posterity? What are they talking about here? So that's what we're doing. We're trying to translate what each line of the preamble means. So you have the first one. It says, we the people of the United States. And if you click here, it says, we the people is the citizens are in charge, not the government. So if I was going to write that in my own words, I mean, I know it's in my words, but you can write that. The citizens are in charge, not the government. And it's not typing. Oh, there it is. Okay. Not the government. Okay, perfect. We'll worry about the second part of this column in a second. But the next one where it says, in order to form, and so you can see there's a little bit more of a breakdown about what we the people means. It's the same as popular sovereignty, right? And popular is people, sovereignty is power. So basically the people are the ones that are in power of the government, right? We have the power to vote people in and vote people out. That's what they meant by we the people. So again, the citizens are in charge, not the government. So what does in order to form a more perfect union mean? Well, let's go and take a look. So it says in order to form a more perfect union to make a better country is basically what they're saying, right? So far they're saying we the people of the United States. So the people living in the United States want to make a better country. I cannot type today. And then you can see the next line is establish justice. Let's see what we have here. So establish justice equals creating a system which treats everyone fairly. Creating a system which treats everyone fairly. Okay. Ensure domestic tranquility, which is the next one. I'm sorry, there's a little more information about established justice. Judge Judy, my favorite TV show. So ensure domestic tranquility would be the same as making sure things are peaceful inside America. So domestic is America, inside of America. Tranquility is peacefulness. So make sure things are peaceful inside America, right? Okay, moving right along. And there's some ways we ensure domestic tranquility, right? We keep peace inside of America, or at least it's supposed to be this way, by having a police force, right? It's supposed to keep us safe, by having 911, right? That we can call if there's an emergency and somebody will be there to help us, which, I think we take for granted. That's not necessarily the case everywhere in the world. All right. Provide for the common defense is the next line, which just basically means keep the country safe, right? And, we keep the country safe by having military forces, right? Promote the general welfare would be making sure people are happy and healthy, right? And you can see welfare is the health of a person or the well-being of a person. Promote means to advance. So if you're promoting the general welfare, well, you're advancing the happiness and the healthiness of the people in your country. Secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. Oh, here's some more examples of promoting the general welfare. Well, we make sure people are happy and healthy by providing them with health care, by having a clean environment, by giving them education, free education for everybody, K through 12, right? Okay, secure the blessings of ourselves and our posterity means make sure that everyone enjoys freedom now and in the future. Okay, so posterity are future generations, and this is one that trips kids up quite a bit, but to me is the most important part of the preamble, which is the idea that, hey, you know what, we're going to make sure that everyone enjoys freedom now, but not just now, but our children and our children's children too. They had the foresight to think about the future. Do ordain and establish this Constitution of the United States of America is just a fancy way of saying we agree with this document we have created. Okay, that's it. That's how you translate it. Pretty easy once you know what you're doing, right? And then as far as for each line of the preamble, I want you to insert an image that would represent that. So the easiest way to do that would be you go to Insert, Image. I like to do search from the web, and it comes up right here. And then, you could very simply put in We the People and see what comes up. You got that, right? You can put that in as an image. Or if you want to be a little more literal, the in your own words part says the citizens are in charge, not the government. Maybe you could put something like citizens are in charge and see what comes up there, Okay, well, personally, I like the We the People one better. Okay, so we got an image. We can choose it and we can drag it right in here. Okay, it might alter the size. That's okay. Crap, I just put it in the wrong spot. So hit undo. We'll try this again. There we go. You got to add it to where the cursor is. See how my blue cursor is there? Now it's going to go to where the image is. Okay, there you go. Done and done. I'm not going to go through each and every image because I think you can figure out how to do that on your own. Okay, so once you do that, right, the idea is you're developing background knowledge on what the preamble means in your own words, right? So it makes a little more sense. Now that we know what it means, we want to match up some of the bigger, some of the ideas, right? What does established justice mean? Well, we just figured that out when we translate it, right? What does ensure domestic tranquility mean? We just figured that out. We're going to move those to the headlines that have to do with that part of the preamble. So let's start with established justice. So if we look, established justice means creating a system which treats everyone fairly. So let's see if we can find a headline that has to do with that. We have passes a military spending bill. Nope, that doesn't really have to do with treating people fairly. Obamacare, not so much. U.S. crime is down for a fifth straight year. No, that doesn't really sound like establishing justice either. How about innocent man is set free after 20 years in prison? Well, that sounds like establishing justice, right? Establishing justice is, making sure everybody is treated equally and fairly under the eyes of the law. And this is certainly what that's about. Okay. Let's do the next one. Promote the general welfare. So remember, promote the general welfare means, where is it? Making sure people are happy and healthy. Okay. So we want to see if we can find a headline that has to do with that. And right off the bat, I'm thinking that this Obamacare, which is a health insurance law that was able to provide health insurance for anybody, regardless of how much money they make, would be the idea of promoting the general welfare. So I would then put it right next to that headline there. Okay. Get the idea? Okay. So next one, we'll just keep going. Secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. Now, remember, this is the one that really trips kids up a lot, and they always forget about the and our posterity. So not only do we want to make sure that we're free now, this is the forefathers talking in the 1700s, but we want to make sure our children are free as well. So let's see if we can find a headline that has to do with that. We have U.S. Congress passes $633 billion military spending bill. Well, that has to do with military, so I'm going to say no. U.S. crime down for a fifth straight year. No. Students like people that will be voting in the future learn the importance of voting. Well, guess what? That's where that one should go. So we will just move it on down to that headline there. Okay. Doesn't have to be perfect, but put it in the general area. Now we have two left. Ensuring domestic tranquility, which means ensuring that things are peaceful inside America, right? So let's see which headline might fit. We have two headlines left. We have U.S. Congress passes $633 billion military spending bill. Well, that could definitely ensure peace inside of our nation, right? But remember, it's inside of our nation. So really, if we're looking for peacefulness inside of our nation, we're talking about maybe less violence, right? So it would go next to the U.S. crime is down a fifth straight year, and then providing for the common defense, if you remember, is keeping the country safe. And what would help keep the country safe? Well, the U.S. passing a $633 billion on military spending, right, to help defend us from enemies and enemy attacks. All right, so that's part two. Part three, I am not going to go through each and every one with you because this is your opinion, but I will tell you how to do it. So based on what we learned, right? We learned what established justice for all means, right? We learned what ensuring domestic tranquility means. I want you to give a letter grade for each one of these for how America is doing currently. How is America doing with establishing justice for all? If you think they're doing great, give them an A+, and give me a reason why. They're doing great because everybody has a fair trial. If you think they're doing horribly, give them an F. Why is America failing establishing justice for all? Maybe you talk a little bit about how it's not necessarily equal and the idea of white privilege and that kind of thing. Or it might be somewhere in between, right? Maybe you give them a C. They're kind of pretty good, but they have some stuff they need to work on. So you would do that for each and every one of these here, and then give an overall grade, 1 through 5, 1 being the best, 5 being horrendous. And that's it. Then you're done. You're ready to go. All right. I hope this helped you out, Daniel. Don't stress too much.